A man with his pet dog are out for a morning run going to the lake nearby, which is located 2 kilometers away. The man runs at 2.5 meters per second in a straight line. The dog is unleashed and runs back and forth at 3.5 meters per second between his owner and the lake until the time the man reaches the lake. What is the total distance run by the dog? So let's try to solve this problem. So it involves our knowledge in kinematics in one dimension. Let us first know the given. First, the distance of the lake from the man and the dog. So this is distance 2 kilometers away, or this is equal to 2000 meters. The man runs at 2.5 meters per second. Say this is the velocity of the man, 2.5 meters per second. The dog is unleashed and back and forth with the velocity, let's say VD, 3.5 meters per second. Okay, and what is the total distance? So I required to get the distance run by the dog. Let's say that XD is the distance run by the dog. So if we'll try to analyze this problem, there are two objects involved, or we have two elements in consideration. The man and the dog running back and forth. Let's say this is the starting point A, and this is the lake. So while the man is just walking straight to the lake, his dog is, so the man just walks straight to the lake while the dog is running back and forth. The dog will run going to the lake, then goes back to where the man is, then run to the lake. Let's say the man is already here, goes back until the man reaches this point on the lake. So let's try to solve for this problem. So if we try to analyze, for us to easily solve this problem, we need to think of a variable which is common to both of the elements that we are to solve. So if we are to think what is the common element or variable with the dog and the man, of course the same variable for the dog and the man will be their time, the time of travel. So the time of travel by the man is equal to the time traveled by the dog, because they both started at the same point at the same time and finished also with the same time. So with this analysis that they have the same time, it will now be very easy for us to solve for this problem, because from our velocity equation, so this is just for our constant velocity, for a constant velocity problem. So we'll just use the formula velocity is equal to x over t. Since their t is equal, the time t is equal to x over v. Therefore, if the time is equal, time of man is equal to time of the time traveled by the dog. This will be equal also to the distance run by the man over the velocity of the man, equal to the distance run by the dog, which is the required over the velocity of the dog. So by just rearranging our equation to get xd, or the distance run by the dog, will just be xd vm is equal to xm vd divided by Vm divided also by Vm. So xd is equal to xm vd over vm. So let us input our given to this equation. The distance run by the man is 2 kilometers or 2000 meters because the man just goes straight from this point going to the blade. Okay, so the distance run by the man is 2000 meters. The velocity of the dog, according to our given, is 3.5 meters per second. And the velocity of the man is 2.5 meters per second. Velocity of the dog is 3.5 meters per second. Velocity of the man is 2.5 meters per second. So this term will just be cancelled. We'll have meters. Our answer now for the distance run by the dog would be equal to, let us compute for this problem. So let us just input this in our calculator. 2000 meters times 3.5 over 2.5. The answer would be 2,800 meters or 2.8 kilometers. So the distance run by the dog is 2,800 meters, or this is equal to 2.8 kilometer.